On February 21, 2025, hackers stole $1.5 billion from Bybit, making it the biggest crypto heist ever and probably the most interesting one. The group behind it, the cybercrime unit from North Korea, Lazarus Group, which is also known to use the funds they stole to be able to fund the nuclear program. Let's be clear here. We are not talking only about a crypto heist. This heist will have a massive impact on the global economy because North Korea will be able to fund terrorist attack and their nuclear program with that money. But how did they put it off and what it means for your portfolio? Let's break it down. To give you an idea of the scale, Bybit is 1.4 billion and FTX in 2022 was only 415 millions. The Lazarus Group is actually an entity that I know quite well. I posted a video about it more than a year ago and no one was watching it. I understand why. Why would you listen to a washed up Calvin Klein model talking about on-chain analysis with a dirty French accent? I don't know, but now that we're here, let's commit to it. Let's see in details what happened. Bybit sent $1.2 billion to that wallet that have 5 addresses, and we're going to see how we know that it's a Lazarus Group behind it. So if I click on this one, I have the transfer, which represent 400,000 Ethereum just for that one. And then on the other one, we are talking about 100,000 Ethereum. This is STETH, which means stake Ethereum. That's when you deposit your Ethereum on a program and you're going to get some dividends from it because you help the network to work and to validate transactions. When we check the top holders of Ethereum, we are here in the top 10. To have 0.5% of the supply, you just need 500,000 Ethereum. The creator of Ethereum, Vitalik Buterin, only has 250,000 Ethereum, which means that now this country, North Korea, has more Ethereum than the creator of Ethereum and more than almost any organization in the world because they are literally in the top 15. So they can drive the market price how they want to. How do we know it's the Lazarus Group behind it? ZachXBT did a quite extensive research, and that's the beauty of on-chain analysis. Oh yeah, by the way, welcome on Hands of Finance, where we study what's happening on-chain because the blockchain is an open ledger, so we can see all the transactions. We know the past and what happened. Don't forget to put on your little matcha. You can see it here. We have the Bybit exploiter. Then they send those 10,000 Ethereum to another wallet, and then to another wallet, then to 2 wallets, okay? They split it. For the Femex hack, we know that it happened, that it arrived on the same wallet, and same as the BingX wallet. So that's how ZachXBT managed to find that this hack was done by North Korea, Lazarus cybercrime. Now, should you sell all your crypto and everything? Wait a minute, because there was a flash crash, but we need to understand how the Lazarus Group work. As we know that they have the money, they may not be able to cash out so easily, and they have a solid strategy behind it. Because I don't want this to happen to you, let's listen to the Bybit CEO that went live just after the hack.
What happened is the signing message was not to changing the address or the destination or the amount of this specific transfer that we approved. The hacker changed that transaction into upgrading or changing the safe smart contract logic so that he gained control over the whole code, over that Ethereum, specific Ethereum Genesis safe, and so that he can transfer these funds out.
But what does it mean by safe? Because apparently it was not that safe. It's actually an intelligent process where you have to sign with multiple wallets. It means that if you have your MetaMask wallet and someone else has a Ledger wallet or whatever, a cold wallet, you need a few people to sign. Like this, I can add many people that I want to sign the transaction before I validate it, which reduces a lot the risk of someone stealing the money or having someone getting kidnapped and then they say, oh, please transfer the money, but you can't because you need the authorization of multiple people. But then how the hack happened is that even they had to validate with cold wallets, so wallets that are not connected to the network. The hacker, apparently, we do not have everything around this yet, had a malware on different laptop of everyone that was signing those transactions, and they were changing the way the transaction is displayed on the screen for them here to make them think it was a safe transaction when actually it was a transaction to drain $1.5 billion. And you might be thinking, how the heck a CEO that just got stole $1.5 billion actually react and is totally fine? So some people did some physiognogram, I don't know how to pronounce it, whatever. They checked how he was to see if he's stressed. And actually, this guy is a boss. Ben Shou handled this perfectly, honestly. He did a live, he didn't post the withdrawal. Everyone was able to withdraw their money for Bybit. I withdrew my money for Bybit because I was scared. I got some money that was taxed in FTX back then, and I was like, I don't want to be that guy again. And his stress score is pretty low. This happened, and he's just handled it. Why is he okay with this? Because first, this was not the customer's funds. They have all the funds from the customers. That's what they said. And so far they proved it because all the withdrawal went through. The second thing is that Bybit makes more than $1 billion per year. So they probably have some reserve and they were okay with this. It's actually impressive CEO level. For the Lazarus Group, things going to be a bit complicated because there is a list of all the addresses are linked to this hack, and then they are blacklisted, which means that if the Lazarus Group was trying to transfer those Ethereum to an exchange, Coinbase or whatever, to cash it out, they will not be able because those ones are tinted. So most of the people will be, no, I do not want it. Same as if you have some bills, they have a number on it. And if we know that this comes from a bank robbery and then they have those numbers, then most of the big establishment will say, no. And then maybe they will even arrest you. So we don't know yet how they're going to manage to launder the money. However, we know that the Lazarus Group is smart about their money. They do not sell it right away. They actually have been holding their funds for quite some time. So we know that they're going to cash out little by little, and we don't know how exactly. There's a big bounty program of $140 million if people manage to get back those funds. But what you have to be careful and what you need to learn from this is how they manage to access those people's computer. It's a lot by social engineering, and this is the most terrifying thing that could happen to you because it will break your ego, it will break your confidence, and also it will break your bank account. So how social engineering works is first you gather information about the person. Then there's the second step, which is establishing a relationship, and that can be tons of different ones. We know that North Korea managed to make tons of fake employees work in crypto and Web3 because it's tolerated to have interviews without video. And like this, they had fake employees that can see what's going on in the companies. Imagine a company is trying to hire so hard and it can't find, and then they find a candidate that looks perfect and it is cheap. They're going to hire him, but it could happen to you. They say, oh, there's this project or that project, or that influencer is trying to reach out to you, and then they get some review, and then they exploit the hack, they exploit the person, and then of course after they execute the hack. So that's where now it's not only putting on your cold wallet, it's just that now cold wallets are not the only thing you need. And I think preparing a solid plan when you start to have a good portfolio with different signers having to be involved, with different location that needs to be involved, would make it better. And should you sell your Ethereum right now? Well, there was a flash crash and then it went back up, which, to be frank, I'm pretty surprised. I thought the price will drop a lot more than that. And we will see, but we know that 0.5% of the supply of Ethereum is held by Lazarus. And you know that checking the whales and their movement is the most important thing. You want to know how the top holders are acting. And this is actually something that I explained in this video. And if you want to learn about how to apply on-chain analysis to your trading strategy, you should consider joining the Investors Boardroom, which is probably the best community when it comes to this topic. And don't forget one thing about the hack and everything. This is good, but More important than that, stay handsome. Ciao.